Hey guys, welcome back. Here you can see I have my playtesting list ready to go. Some of it I'm doing off screen and some of it I'll do on screen. And I really want to look at adding a small animation today, and that would be the climbing animation to the cave. I'll show you the clip where I mentioned that. Climb, doesn't seem to be possible. I could probably add a climbing animation of him trying to climb. That would be just small details like that make the game more fun. So I thought that would be an easy enough fix to the game. And the first thing I have to do is locate what room it is. So I'm going through my pictures to find out which room it is. And here it is. So then I'll open up that room's script where I have all the coding. So it should be a simple fix. I'll just need to go to the command to climb and then give it the instructions to go to a scripted event where I'll have a certain animation run. And it really should be that easy. And, well, first thing I need to do is find out where the animation is. This is my climbing script right here. This goes for climbing up and climbing down once you discover a mystical ladder that a magician shows you. So I'm going to add a new set of what they're called cases to this. So I can go to case 9 and it'll have him walk up to the wall and then he'll do the animation. So I'm just going to copy and paste a whole bunch of that from here and place it down here, and then I'll make small changes here and there as needed. So what I'm really going to do is that first one I copied is him walking up to the wall. These next two that I'm going to paste are the actual animation and then the animation of him walking away from the wall so that he doesn't get trapped behind a control line and then, well, we'll see what happens later. So I need to fix up some of these things. So I need to make him, instead of actually climbing to the top, I'm going to have him climb in place. So I won't send him to the top. I'll just reset the numbers. And that does change a little bit because usually I can script the event to say, all right, after you've reached this destination, go on to the next case. But since he's not moving, I can't actually do that. So I'm adding a number of cycles, which is I don't know how many cycles run in a second, but it's it'll probably take a second or two for those 15 cycles to run. All right, make sure everything else. So after he climbs to the top, I would position him in that location. So I'm going to send him back to, well, just exactly where he's standing. So I'm sending him the ego character, which is the name of the character within the script. So I'm sending him to his original X and Y positions on the plane. That way he's not going to appear right at the top of the cave, which wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. All right, let's see how this code, well, let me think about this. I think I need to actually add the command in. All right, here we go. This is else, meaning it says if I type in climb, and the next line it says if you can climb. Well, we can't climb yet, so the else would mean if you type in climb and you're not able to, then I'm going to send it to the ladder script 0.9, so it'll run that animation as I have typed it up for that point. So I think it should work just fine from here. Make sure there's nothing else I'm missing. Probably wanted to say something at the end, maybe print a little dialogue saying that doesn't seem to be possible. So I'll put that at the end of the animation and that should work just fine. All right, let's take it for a test run and see how it looks. All right, all this intro stuff. And I have a teleport script in here so I can just jump to the room without having to get there naturally. Makes playtesting a lot easier. All right, that seems to work. And, well, he should stop by now. Something is missing here. All right, now I got to take a look. So I'm going to pause the video here and do a little investigation, and we'll see what's going on. All right, from here I've sped up the animation of this to about 8 times the normal speed. I'm I was really just staring at my computer trying to figure out what exactly was going wrong. I'm looking at it. I'm changing the cycles to seconds. Everything looks right to me, and I was really confused. So I tested out again to see what was happening, and I wasn't getting past that second case. And I was saying, well, I'm telling it to finish that case in like seconds or minutes or cycles or whatever, and it's not getting anything done. And I was just beating my head against the wall, and I tried like, okay, well, maybe it's doing an infinite loop. So I told it to hit OK, like print a command, but it only printed once. So it was not an infinite loop that was happening, and just couldn't figure out what was going on until I finally figured it out. So what I had forgotten to do was every time you add like a cycle of animations, you have to add it to a script. So you have to kind of connect it to an object. And when I went up to all my initialization stuff, I noticed that there was no script being set. So for whatever reason, if you don't have your script set in this method, you're going to have some bugs. And it looked like the bugs will really hit around case number 10, which was the problem case that wasn't triggering for whatever reason. So once I put that in there, I think things started to work properly. So here we are trying to climb, and we get the animation. And it says that doesn't seem to be possible, which is good because that means it's moving on. But what I didn't get is now my character is stuck behind the rocks instead of in front of them. So I need to add one more bit of animation where he will walk back across into the green field, be out of the control line so that he's not getting stuck behind anything, and that should be it. I thought this was going to be a very, very simple fix, but it ended up being a bit of a headache, and it's probably spent 20 minutes trying to get it all worked out. But in the end, I was able to get it taken care of, and well, now the game is just ever so slightly better because of it. So speeding up the last part, just setting him up to walk across and then print the message at the very end of his walk cycle. And now everything should be working normal. Just make sure I have all the pieces in the right places. So now we climb, get the climbing animation with no movement, and he should walk away. Whoop, looks like he got stuck again. What did I do wrong? He was following the control line there. He couldn't walk back because of he was observing the control line, so I just have to take that off and he should walk back just fine. So let's skip all this stuff, get ahead to the cave, climb, animation, and walk away, and then print. Yep, that seems to work just fine. Let's try again. Perfect. Doesn't seem to be possible. I'm not getting stuck behind any control lines on the rock. Although I think one thing I would like to see is him walk a little bit further away from the rock, just to be safe, and it would just be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. He walks so little away. So go back to my script and see if I can just plug in a slightly bigger number for the x-axis. And let's see right here, and that should do it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.